Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to talk you through the descriptor law that's really important to know in Nacsport when you're tagging. So we're in the tagging environment, we have our video player, our play-by-play table open here and our tagging window. So two types of buttons we can have: a category to make clips and a descriptor to add extra information inside of it. So the descriptor law tells us that a descriptor goes into any active category and the last pressed category. So an active category is a manual mode category button, so the behavior is manual mode, which means it stays on until we turn it off. When these lines are through, it's on, so any descriptors I press will go into that category, as we can see here. The other option is an automatic category, which has a preset time on it, so a pre and a post time. Once I click that, any descriptors I press afterwards will go into that category. If I pressed automatic category 1 and press descriptor 1, when I press automatic category 2, any descriptor that I now press will only go into that one because it was the last pressed one. So we can see down here in our play-by-play table the difference between that. If I turn the manual mode category on and now I press the automatic category and click descriptor 1, that's going to go into both places. It will go into the last press category and it will still go into manual category because that is active and on. So as I press descriptor 1, that's gone into both places. There is a way that you can override that, and if you come to your options here and you turn on the option that says descriptors are only added to the last clicked category. If we do that same scenario now where the manual mode category is on and I now press the automatic category, that's the last pressed one, so descriptor 1 only goes into that one and not the manual mode. So there's one way to override it. The other reason why you get descriptors going into places is if you have an automatic descriptor turned on. So really useful for things like periods in the game, first half, second half. So I'm going to right click first half and activate the auto add descriptor. You can also change this setting when you edit your tagging window and edit the settings of that descriptor button. And you'll see now whenever I press a category, whether that's manual or automatic, it's got the first half descriptor that's going into that each time. And I could obviously change that here, so I'd right clicking and deactivate, right clicking and activating the second half, and then we have that descriptor going in each time. The other option that you see down here is last descriptor sets end time for the category. What that means is that, let's say I press automatic category 1 and it's got a post time of 5 seconds. So if I click that now, that clip is going to finish in my timeline in 5 seconds time. But once that time has continued, if I had that option on and I now press descriptor 1, that descriptor goes into that category because it was the last press one, but would also extend the length of that clip to go up to that end point. And that only happens if you have that option on. So if you want specific timed clips, don't have that option on. Okay, so the last one here, allow descriptors to be used several times in a category. Let's imagine you have a manual mode button and this descriptor is pass. You want to count the number of passes that happen. So that option means that you could keep pressing the same descriptor multiple times and it will add up multiple times in your clip that you're creating. So really important law, how your categories and descriptors work together, and then just a few settings so you can check and change things here as well. Hope you find it useful. Thank you.